Guess we're good now. What up, y'all? Mic check. Can you guys hear me? Also, cam check. Looks like we're mostly all right. Got a couple of new followers too as well. Play with those light glasses on. I hadn't even touched the game yet. I hadn't even touched the game yet. Does anybody have a Heartseeker Andy guide? I have one in my planner. But I mean, obviously that's going to be a little bit different than the PTR. Haven't seen the new Heartseeker build with critical hits. I mean, I have a planner that's designed to do something like that, but obviously I haven't found the items yet. I haven't found the sword yet. I haven't found the dagger yet. Haven't found the helm yet. So I kind of can't really do any of that cool stuff yet. But I mean, Victimize is still broken, but once Victimize is fixed, Heartseeker that's critting in like the 400 to 500 mil range, or should be given some ridiculous Victimize procs at that point. So I'm pretty sure all that's going to get tuned down though. I do think that the new helm is probably a bit too strong. The dagger is bugged, like the totems are bugged to all hell. Of course, it's double dipping in all kind of crazy stuff, and then the sword itself is probably a little too strong at 300%. So I assume all that's going to get tuned down, but it'll probably still be part of the Heartseeker build at the end of the day. Is the necklace crypt bonus not really showing on the sheep? I don't know. I honestly have not tried. Looking at what's going on, who's doing the thing. Oh, Maxroll's still on. Wait, where did Woody go? Did Woody just go offline? What's the highest damage build for Rogue right now? I don't think like for PTR, I don't think you can really go off of anything because everything is kind of bugged. So like what happens is if I say something now and then it gets fixed or nerfed or whatever, they'd be like, well, I thought you said that was the highest damage build. I'm like, well, technically speaking, anything with exploit weakness is the strongest rogue build. So there's that. So that can be literally anything. You can do a smoke grenade spam build and literally execute anything around, which would technically be the strongest rogue build. How do I think the Flurry will perform after PTR bugs are fixed? Kind of hard to say because like the pit has been rebalanced. Like it's not like the progression throughout isn't the same. So it's kind of hard to really be able to put builds, against each other right now from what we would expect in live performance because it just feels different. It's not like a bad different, but it's one of those differences where it's kind of like, okay, now I have to play every build, right? And then test it against the new Flurry as well to kind of see where it all performs. I can't go, oh, well, on live we did this. The new Flurry's doing this on PTR. Like there is no one-to-one correlation there. So, but I do think that what it looks like is that you have to, at least from the pits that I've played so far, I think you actually have to clear more stuff. Like you can't just go elite hunting and expect to actually like spawn the boss. And if that's like on purpose, I like that change. Honestly, it means more builds will have more validity in that sense. So that's a good thing. If my friend is on, I can try to give you the helm. I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to taking the helm for PTR, that is. I wouldn't want to, like, I mean, if it was live, obviously, I would say no, but because I would want to find it myself on live. But on PTR, I mean, at this moment, I just want to test stuff. Pepperfire and Andes are super strong season 5. Like I said, I wouldn't gauge anything off the PTR right now, man. PTR is so just which sucks because I want comparisons. I want to be able to tell you guys, hey, this is what's gonna happen for season 5, but literally, I don't know. The only thing that I feel like I can be sure of would be like maybe Rapid Fire and Barrage, because they're precision based builds, and most of the stuff that is involved with those two builds generally don't really have a big bug attached to them currently. Precision is still bugged, by the way, for those who don't know. Precision is still bugged, and it's bugged on live. We're dealing like 50% more damage than we're supposed to with precision key passive. They did not fix that, so I guess that will be whatever it is. But yeah, so like that's kind of really it. But anything that involves like some of the other new uniques, especially, and also the victimized key passive and stuff like that, you just don't know. You watching My Hero? Nice. I caught up with it 2 days ago. So yeah, it's getting good. It's getting good. At least the anime is getting good. Do you think Aerostorm build could be a thing? I mean, I think you can add it to a pre-existing build for fun, but on its own, I don't know. I don't think so. I think you can do it with Rain of Arrows and have a little bit of fun with that. But I don't think it's going to exist as like on its own. There's just so many other good options out there that even though Aerostorm got buffed, the other options are just so good. It shows that, yeah, man, love it. I'm trying to keep up with that. Well, solo leveling just needs a season 2, right? I didn't realize I actually finished the whatchamacallit. It just needs a season 2. And of course, Demon Slayer, I caught up with that too as well. Jujutsu Kaisen is still, to be determined in terms of when it's coming back as an anime. Okay, so we'll take this. And then we'll cleanse. Demon Slayer last episode was crazy though. You said after the credits? Yeah, I saw that. That's the only time I actually waited until after the credits. Because I'm like, wait a damn minute. It was so good. Michael Jackson's finally here. Lakers didn't take Verani. They took the one guy that was probably one of the best players in the draft that no one else took, because like he's like 23 years old. So I guess they didn't really, have any faith in him because he's not a teenager or whatever. But I feel like he's gonna be really good. Heartseeker amulet question: would you rather use exploit alone or malice and weapon mastery? Malice and weapon mastery. Definitely 2 passives that are decent is going to be better than 1 passive that's the best. In current live, I wouldn't say PTR is probably a little bit different story, but current live, that is what I would do. Trying to get some whispers here. Is 22-3-year-old too old in the sport? I mean, for draft day, it is kind of on the older side of things, but still though. Infinite, what's going on? How's my day? Not bad. I got some stuff done, so I feel a little accomplished, which is always a good thing. Have I tested a new Shroud chest piece? I think the effect to stack them is awesome. I played with the chest. I'm really not that fond of it, to be honest with you. At least for the builds that I played them on. I think when I actually do finally like play some Flurry later on, I think I might like it then. But I think for anything else that I play, like Rapid Fire, Barrage, or Flurry, Rapid Fire, Barrage, Heartseeker, and I probably wouldn't use the chest. For Heartseeker Amulet, would I give up Lucky Hit for a 3rd passive? Yes. Is victimized bugged on PTR? Yes. I did a whole video about it actually. Oh, the boss ain't here. I guess I can do that though. Yeah, it's bugged in the opposite way though. It's like bug in a bad way. It's like pre-season 4 bugged, meaning that a lot of things don't work with it. So they're aware of it. So it'll be fine after PTR, like when it goes live or whatever, like for real. But in the meantime, it just kind of sucks we can't really test it right now. You try to use the 2 new unique sword. You mean unique sword and dagger? The other one's a dagger, right? Why wouldn't it be good for rapid fire? They stack so you destroy stack mobs. Well, you have to be close. They pull into you. Like, it's not like it's a distant pull or anything. Like, they pull into you. So, I mean, unless you're playing rapid fire at your feet, which typically speaking, I don't like to do. I know people may not, like, I know that's like probably a large portion of the audience who doesn't really care about like the mechanics of a skill as long as it kills things. But like, I'm more of a purist when it comes to rapid fire. I don't like playing rapid fire as a up close, getting teabagged by the monsters type build. So for me, honestly, the chest kind of goes against that philosophy for me. So now, of course, if you play on top of them, then yeah, sure, you can do that, and you're always shooting at your feet. You can do that. But I just don't like rapid fire that way. I mean, you can even see me play rapid fire right now. Like, I am not, I'm playing like bomber rapid fire in a sense. Yeah. But like, when I talk to the thing is that when I see other Diablo partners and like people are like giving like feedback and stuff like that, I feel like when people give feedback, people don't really think about the mechanic of the skill and how the skill actually works. People normally care whether it deals damage or not. It's like, oh, this deals a lot of damage, this is cool. But I'm saying no one, but I would say a large portion of the player base don't think about how that damage is done. It's like, well, as long as, so like for instance, I will sit there and like, I'll throw Rob in there. I want to throw Rob in there. And I say Rob because Rob is like super meta, right? Rob will play anything meta as long as it crits for quadrillions of damage. He doesn't care how it's done. He doesn't care, the circumstances of what happens to get that number, as long as that number happens. That's it. And he'll play it. And people will be like, oh, that's a great build. But like, no one would ever say, oh, well, you only get that quadrillion damage if you hit Q 5 times, and then you hit the number 7 twice, and then you do a backflip in your chair, and all of a sudden you deal quadrillions of damage. And everybody will be like, oh, dude, that's the best build ever. But no one's thinking about how that mechanically works. So why would I want to hit Q 5 times, and then the number 7 twice, and then the backflip? Like, why? Like what sense does that make for a Thorns build? Like, you see what I'm saying? Like how does that make any sense? Right? So so I think, to me, obviously I want to deal damage. I like dealing damage, but I also think the mechanics of how a skill works is important too. See what I'm saying? But people will just be like, yo, did you see that build that did, whatchamacallit? And I'm looking at it, I'm like, I look at the mechanics and I'm like, dude, that is so boring. Or it could be fun. It could be something that happened that was fun, that mechanically made sense. It's just way too strong. But more often than not, it's always some sort of like super weird mechanic thing that is just like, bro, like this is so dumb. This is so dumb. But people get so excited about the numbers. But I'm the opposite way. I want to see good feeling builds that feel good to play. That actually makes sense in the way that the skill is designed. That's why I hated rapid fire initially in the previous PTR, because it made zero sense. It cleared well, sure, but why were we shotgunning rapid fire for single target damage? That made zero sense to me. But people did not care. It's like, yo, look at those numbers. I'm like, you serious right now? Y'all, you serious? Oof. I'm just like, I don't know. So I just feel like, when feedback is given, you know, get the feedback whether something's good or not, but also think about like, how does it mechanically work? Right? Like, how does it fit within the realms of, you know, the way the build is, I guess, designed, or the skill is designed to play in a sense. So like, for instance, I think Flurry right now, Flurry's changes are awesome because it actually fits within the design of Flurry. Like being able to teleport with Flurry kind of thing, that's actually kind of cool. That's not out of the realm of what Flurry could and can do that you think it could do. Also, the whole stacking effect, the whole stricken effect actually makes sense. Like that's a mechanic that makes sense. So all that feels good on Flurry and is a buff for Flurry. So Flurry all around just is going to be a good skill that doesn't feel out of place. That's going to deal, you know, decent damage or whatever. That's cool. That all that makes sense, right? But yeah. Anyhow, enough with my rant there. What's the best way to get these new compasses? Twisting Blades are good season 5? Don't know. No idea. I feel like this is your argument for not wanting to play Dota. The Uber nerds coming out. You know what I'm saying? So like, I think Rapid Fire kind of falls in that category for me, where it's like, you know, sure, you can play at melee range, right? I mean, you can, technically, that's fine. Nothing wrong with that, but it just feels awkward, I guess. I'm glad that it does work melee range. Don't get me wrong. Like, I don't want it to not work in melee range, but when I see it being played in melee range, I kind of cringe just because it just seems so out of place for a skill like that. But I mean, it is what it is. You know, you do what you got to do. If it's effective, you know, it is what it is. Rogues have some of the best evade animations in the game. Well, I hope so, because their skill animations usually suck. Have you seen what Barrage and Rapid Fire look like when they're not imbued? Have you heard what they sound like? I mean... give us at least the evade visual looks, you know what I'm saying? Like, at least we look cool evading. You got the 12th offs as well, so hope for season 32 then. Oh, you mean for Diablo 3, gotcha. Also, what up, Killer Mom? Guess I'll take some blood. Am I looking for anything to help test stuff in the PTR? Pretty much. I mean, the sword, the dagger, the helm. I mean, legit anything at this point. Yo, Dark Side, pen the glass job with the raid. Son. You know what's up, man? Drop my new I don't know if I can do the dance right now because I just started this thing, but oh, Creeping Death Gloves, I'll take that. What's up, man? Yeah, 2 builds in my position 5, Andes and Heartseeker. Those will probably be the top 2 again. Out. I say probably. It just depends on what they fix, what they don't fix,
stream with 12 viewers.
what we find bugged, what we don't find bugged, etc. What they nerf from PTR, etc. You said her Rogue was feeling good in PTR. You mean bugged? You mean all of our good stuff is because of a bug of some sort? You know, exploit weakness being bugged. Our totems being, well, bugged. Everything's bugged. To be honest with you, I'd like to know how we feel like without bugs. Rogue class can only dream, right? we can only dream. Oh no, I mean, we actually did okay damage without the bugs. Like, I mean, but there are some things I really want to test that kind of just makes it something like just some of the bugs or things just not working properly. That I just can't get a real gauge on what I really want to do because of that. Hey, Di, was it you? I heard a week ago say that said Flurry won't be better. Nope, that is not what I said. I did not say a such thing. I said Flurry won't be. Everyone's hyping. Was it at the time people were hyping Flurry up to be S tier, and I said it won't be S tier. Like I doubt it was gonna be S tier. That's what I said. But I never said it won't be better. It's like the game of telephone, right? Like someone would tell someone something, and then someone would say that something, and it's like, I heard this, right? And then someone else says, oh, I heard that. And then someone else like, well, I think he said this. And then that person who think that person said what he said has now said a new thing that the original person did not say. And then by the time you get to the 40th person, it's like a completely different statement than what the original person said. Oh no, I'm just saying in general auto attack. I'm just saying like that's just how the internet works in general now. Like the internet is a whole big telephone game, right? So obviously I'm glad you went to the source, but yeah, like it's just the internet is a whole telephone game. I can say Flurry is probably not going to be S tier because people don't realize how far behind Flurry was before all the buffs. Like Flurry was really far behind before the buffs. So like the buffs, like the numbers, even before we found out the whole Dead of Mine new aspect stricken thing that they got. You know, I was like maybe Flurry is probably like B tier maybe. You know, it goes from F to B. With that new aspect though, that we didn't know until the Dead of Mine hit, I might put Flurry in like maybe low A tier. But it's hard to really say because everything is bugged on Rogue. So who knows where anything is going to end up. Did you say we were getting 100 more stash tabs? Yeah, that's exactly what I said. Be right back, going to Reddit. No, you're good. Oscar with the prime, appreciate you, man. You said Flurry doesn't seem super strong. I was trying to tell people. Flurry is further behind than people think it, or people remember. Because I actually played Flurry. You have to remember, people who were like hyping Flurry up never actually played Flurry to scale before. They just saw the changes like, yo, Flurry S tier now. But like, I guarantee you, 90-something% of those players never touched Flurry in their life. So it's like, the people who actually played Flurry before, we're going to be like, those are some really cool mechanical stuff for sure. Yeah, like the Flurry mechanics are awesome. But in terms of like, raw power is okay, sure. It'll be okay. It'll be decent. How do you think Poison Andy's build is now on the PTR? Don't know because everything is bugged. I wish I can give you a real answer, but I do not know. There's some stuff that isn't really working with dots, like Malice is not working correctly with dots, and some among some other stuff. Poison Creeper is doing some weird double dipping with some things. So honestly, no one knows really anything how any of the rogue builds are going to end up. I guess it's time for random barrels. Yes. Do I need boss master stones? Actually no, because none of the bosses drop any uniques, do they? So nah. What do you think about a pushing build made for killing boss beast followers plus exploit weakness node? I mean, I wouldn't do it. Because, I mean, you know that's not going to make it past a PTR, right? Like you know that's not going to make it past a PTR. You know exploit weakness is not going to make it live, right? So I wouldn't build around something that isn't going to make it. Did I see Ava's testing on the totem? Yeah, of course. Ava is now a Maxroll, so we see it before the public sees it in terms of his testing results. But yes, lots of double dipping, lots of things that work but probably shouldn't, and then there are a couple of things that probably should work but don't. But the end result is that it's dealing way more damage than it's supposed to. Is there cope? No, there is no cope, man. That's not happening. I know there's not a single person here who actually believes that we're going to be able to execute trash and elites no matter how much health they have and just instantly just walk into a pit 200, to tier 200 and then just find a way to kill a boss and somehow. No one believes that here. Ain't no way. No way. We got the helm during Helltide boss? Really? You said that the newest can drop from anywhere? I've been playing, I'm gonna say quite a bit, but I mean, I've been playing a decent amount. I've yet to see any new uniques drop it like anywhere. I don't know, it doesn't seem that broken, Cap. Yeah. I feel like I'm missing something. Oh no, okay, it's that. I'm just not creating enough. Everything's down in one hit, so I'm not getting enough whatchamacallit back to back. Compared to my previous PTR experiences, this one has a lot of work to be done to even be called a PTR. I agree. I absolutely agree with that. So what are the strongest new items for Rogue, and did they rework the old uniques? The old uniques are not worth at all whatsoever. The strongest items for Rogue would be the new sword, the new dagger, and the new helm. I don't even know what the name of them are actually called, because I haven't like seen them like with my own eyes inside the game. But the Umber Crux or whatever is the sword, I think is what it's called, and something with the dagger. But yeah, those three uniques are very good on Rogue in some way, shape, in some well, orders. But who knows? Oh, these cinders here. Yeah, has anyone gotten any uniques from like the chests or anything? Which world build do I think is the most fun? Still kind of hard to say. I have not tested out all the rogue builds yet, but I would assume I'd probably have the most fun on Flurry mechanically. But I haven't put it together yet, so. Triple cast pin shot is fun when it happens. You got Umber Crust from Helltide chest, like a sword chest or whatever. I don't think I was gonna like Flurry at all, but the dash is so much fun. Yeah, the dash, like mechanically, that's like so, like for speed farming, like, you know, Helltide and Nightmare Dungeons, like I can't imagine having more fun than that for like the ultra fast speed farming stuff. So I'm excited to actually put together Flurry at some point. Be nice if I can get the freaking helm for all the builds I want to play it with. Say you got the helm. You have more than one helm? You have more than one of that helm? Because I don't want to just take your helm. I mean, I want to use the helm, don't get me wrong, but like I don't want to just take your helm. If you're still playing with it. Are you still playing with it, AJ? All right, well, AJ, request invite, I guess, on PTR. You're probably still on my friends list. I don't know if I removed you or not from the last time. First round over, no surprise, no Bronny. I didn't even know Bronny was in the draft. All right, AJ, what's your battle tag? Because I'm gonna put in the hearts in. Why not do it? Alright. I'll get you in a sec, AJ. He shouldn't be there. That's why. But you know, the Lakers didn't select him. That's why I just assume. I'm like, oh, Lakers took whatchamacallit. Okay. So I guess no Bronny in the draft. I mean, that was really his only shot, right? Was maybe getting on the Lakers because of LeBron James, but that's about it. Lakers at 55 pick, or pick 55. Okay, well then, that's probably what would end up happening. Yeah, I think for like the PTR, man, like I don't think we're gonna really get any like bug fixes. 'Cause I mean, the tough part is this, like, sure they can try to fix some bugs for the PTR, but like, they really isn't necessarily the best case usage for resources. Although, I mean, it is, but isn't. I don't know if that makes sense. Like it is, like you want to use the resources because we can't really test the things you want us to test when things don't work the way that they're supposed to work, right? So you want things to work mostly that needs to work for us to be able to test. Sorry, I had to post that there and then recopy it for some reason. It's weird. Am I still alive? Yeah, looks like I am. At the same time, it's like, do they want to invest the resources to fix something in a PTR build that's going to be offline in like 6 days, right? And so from like a business standpoint, that may or may not make too much sense for them. But I don't know. Yeah, I'm trying to get your I'm trying to add you, AJ, but it's not letting me. Your battle tag or whatever. Okay, there we go. All right, I have to like paste it somewhere else and then copy it from there. Yeah, just request party invite. Imagine no PTR, all these bugs were given to us at season 5. I'm pretty sure they probably knew some of these bugs were gonna be what they were. I think it's a matter of, you know, this was rushed.
Yo,
So,
dark side. We
yeah.
just got raided, son.
Let me see if I can do the dance on the
You
screen.
know how
What
we
up
do.
with the raid?
Drop my new beat.
I think we
for
can
these
do it.
new
I think we can do it.
viewers. Sheezy. Out.
What up?
Immortalize raided
Immortalize.
my
You see I'm
stream with
offline? I'll
13
fix that.
views.
Sorry. Appreciate the raid. We are, I guess, attempting to play the PTR and whatever is, you know, test whatever it is that is, you know, still kind of sort of working. I was recommended by the community. Okay, cool. Well, welcome by. I don't know how much cool stuff we're gonna get into today. It just depends on what I find and what the PTR allows. So, yeah, we're looking for new items, and we'll play some more of the end game mode. We may play some Flurry. Awesome. All right, cool. So, well, there's the helm. That's definitely got a wide range for a roll. But it seems like I'm wearing an 80s helm now. All right, Immortalized, you have a good one, man. Also, there's Wiggity. That's the name I recognize. Also Wiggity with the 13 months in a row. So appreciate you. I mean, why pay for a Q18 when we'll do it for free? I mean, pretty much. But they do have a Q18 though. That's the thing. They actually do have a Q18. But obviously, we're gonna find way more things way quicker because there's way more of us than there are of them, naturally. But obviously, this just feels like this has been like rushed out real quick. Like the PTR has been like it just feels like this PTR was like super rushed out. Rogue's only class I don't play much. I reckon I can learn best from you. Definitely check in again. Going to hang out for a few minutes. All right. I'm definitely not doing anything much, but you know, hanging around Helltide, trying to get some more items and whatnot. But yeah. So wait, okay. Actually, let's try this chest first. I got a light weapon. Can we get it? Can we get something good? No, but we did get a compass. Does a compass drop from every chest now? I think I heard that. Sift through all that to see if I find anything there. Probably nothing. Let me save that before I salvage that on accident. Alright, let's go back to the Tree of Whispers. What do you think was their ultimate goal with releasing this mess? Honestly, probably just to get a head start, maybe. Well, that was a huge lag spike. Man, that was a major lag spike.
Not in town.
Probably rush to keep the rush to keep the retention since Elden Ring came out. Conspiracy theory intensifies. Yeah, I mean to be completely honest, I do not know. Like I really don't know what deadline they were trying to meet or hit or whatever. But they totally could have just did something different, or they could have waited. At least I think they could have waited a little bit, but especially since we had the mid-season pass for how long? Like not even like a week before the PTR came out, right? So, oh, I got that. It's Malignant Heart. What's that? With Gucci.
How can I help?
Salvage all items. Did I just lose my portal? I lost my portal. Dang it. Alright. It's fine. Go here. The legendaries drop in story mode. Campaign? Yeah, kind of. Sometimes. I think it is still based off of your level though. So like the higher your level, the more likely you will have legendaries drop in a sense. That's a lot of density here. Yeah, but I will say that Wiggity with the 5 get the subs. Appreciate you, sir. I will say that despite how disastrous of a PTR this is, there's a lot of cool ideas and neat things they're trying. So if they manage to fix, well, all the things that are a mess currently, I think season 5 is going to be quite a bit of fun. But hard to feel that way based off of what we're experiencing on the PTR right now. But I see what's there. Like I see what they're wanting to do. I see what's there. It's just a huge mess right now. Like a huge ridiculous mess. In terms of like being able to, you know, at least try the things, right? Bro, did you really vomit all over the chest I was trying to get? Did you suggest them to move the summoning mass and elixirs to the common tab like they did with the gems? I mean, I think elixirs is different because you have to actually use them, right? You have to actually push something to use the elixirs. Maybe the summoning mask could go there for sure, but the elixirs you have to actually like use them. So they probably have to be in the inventory. At least there's no massive video saying D4 PTR bad. I'm actually surprised that isn't a thing right now, because that would be totally in the right, like, you know, like it'd be a totally accurate statement, and no one would refute that at the moment. But I will say I am having a lot of fun with rapid fire though. Now that I can play Force or Arrow and do a 3-to-1 ratio with Force or Arrow, I'm like really enjoying rapid fire again. So I will say that. Go this way.
I need more time.
Okay, so yeah, so I guess every chest does drop a compass now. So I guess we're gonna just go for every chest. And also Nightmare Dungeon just always drop it too now, right? So I guess we'll do that too. Why do the compasses not stack? Because I think you can upgrade them, that's why. With a scroll or whatever. I think that's the reason why. If I had to take a guess.
I need time to do that.
Gotta grab that one. Is season 5 gonna be awful? Why do you think? Why do you think that? Making currency where everyone is unique is not a good idea for the game with inventory issues. I mean, that's fair. The concept of admin be okay, but it's going to be a bug-ridden show. I mean, that's kind of what PTR is for, kind of, right? I mean, the fact that we got all these bugs now that they, you know, that we found and collected and, you know, complained a lot because, you know, obviously we're frustrated with the bugs. Keep in mind, Season 4 PTR was also riddled with a ton of bugs too, right? And granted, there was still some bugs in live, obviously, but Season 4 ended up being a pretty massive success, all things considered. But there was a lot of things in Season 4 PTR that was bugged as well. So, I mean, that's the reason why, like, I wouldn't base stuff off of, because like the Season 4 launch was way better than Season 4 PTR. In general, and even though Season 4 PTR was decent because of the new itemization stuff, so we were all like, you know, smitten by the new rework and stuff like that. It had a shit ton of bugs too. You feel bad that I think I forced you to write in this spaghetti code. It is pretty awful right now, man.
I need time to do that.
It is terrible bad. It's like your rogue is pissing all over the place. Is this a skillful game or a grind fest? How much of how many action are actually let me ask you this. Like, is action RPG something you normally play? Like, is that like a genre that you normally play? Or are you kind of, you know, newer to the action RPG genre? Because generally speaking, action RPGs aren't really about it's not really about immense amount of skill by any means. It's a loot hunt game where you hunt loot to get stronger, to hunt more loot and get stronger, etc. That is action RPGs in a nutshell. Now you can apply some skill to it. I mean, obviously there are players that are good. You know, you can apply some mechanical skill, but I mean, this is not a game where you go and test your mechanical skill. That's for other games. This is literally supposed to be a laid back, create a super OP character, continue to grind, continue to make that OP character even more OP, and profit. That's it. Are there any melee rogue builds looking good? I was hoping the Flurry would be viable with the changes. I think Flurry will be decent. Also, my Shank Rogue is going to be pretty good. But I kind of can't do it right now because, well, Victimize is, well, bugged just in the opposite way. So I kind of can't do my Shank Rogue. But I think Shank Rogue will actually do pretty well. So look out for that. And that's like a pure melee build, by the way. Twisting Blaze, I think, will be fine. Hard to say whether Twisting Blaze or Flurry will end up being better. I think Flurry will end up being better single target over the range of things. I actually think Flurry might be will probably overtake Twisting Blades. And like the harder content. Actually speed too as well because of the teleport thing. So I mean, I think Flurry will be decent. It's aspect of the expecting good to use with Flurry. If you're doing combo points, yes. You mean they already fixed a couple of things in like day one of testing? I mean, yeah, but it's like, yeah, but I mean, I don't know. That stuff that they fix is obviously more of like your, like, you know, content stuff, I guess, in a sense. They won't be doing any like bug fixes for any builds or anything. The biggest issue you see is that yellow items were made useless. Yeah, well, too fast too as well. Like once you get the World Tier 3, yellow items have no value at all, which kind of sucks. All right, let's care about you. Give me the compass. I think I'm pretty much. I was gonna say I'm done with this hell tab, but I got like a couple more chests I can get. Let me turn some of these compasses into what leveled up the whatchamacallits. Season 5 will be fun once they fix the major bugs and do overhauls. Yeah, they will. They will. I mean, Season 5 is gonna feel a lot better than it does on PTR right now. I have no doubt in my mind about that. What's just annoying is just that it'll be nice to kind of get a proper test in the testing phase of this, right? And I feel like I won't be able to get that, or we as a community won't be able to get that. So that's where my frustrations is. I don't doubt that Season 5 will turn out to be fine. I just think the whole, you know, point of us having the PTR just seems kind of moot. If we can't like test things. How high of a tier should I go? 7? Should I go to max? Don't do 8. All right, so 7's a good number. Okay, they at least put the pit tiers, or they should have different indicators for these tiers of compasses. Like they shouldn't all look the same. I feel like that's kind of a pretty big oversight there. I'm sure they'll probably, like, when it releases they'll do it, but right now it just seems so to maximum life. Maximum resource. Sure, why not? We'll just go. Oh hell no. Really? Four skills I'll take. Okay. Sure. We'll keep. Alright. Let's see if I can manage my resources with this thing. As far as to get the best build that's to use this season. I mean like current season, like season 4. There's 4 really good rogue builds. So I wouldn't suggest just thinking about it in terms of like which one is the absolute best at the highest end, because no one is doing that high, super high end content. So if we're just talking about like just speeding through pits, speeding through Helltide, Nightmare Dungeon, stuff like that, literally Heartseeker and Dariel's Puncture, Pin Shot, or Rapid Fire is gonna all do that really well. You just pick whatever one seems to have the best flavor for you, whichever one you find the most fun to play. I promise you, no one's gonna look at you side-eye if you don't pick Heartseeker. Follow your heart in a nutshell. I mean, pretty much. Be warned, those are sigils, so don't do the dismantle all sigils. Okay, noted. Noted, AJ, noted. Prize and Barrage. I mean, technically you can do it with Barrage too. That's fair. Because that Barrage, obviously, depending on the pit level you're doing, the boss might become more of, more or less of a problem sometimes. Which is the only reason why I didn't say Barrage. But, I mean, Barrage is, outside of that, Barrage is also very good, but. That's the Starless Sky? Yeah, I have one. I have, no, this is not. This is a Rapid Fire Ring, but I do have Starless Skies in my inventory. Okay, so I can actually sustain this. The helm.
I'm not ready yet.
Like, even without a Starless, guys, I can sustain this. We're almost close to. It's a powerful fireman's hose. I just got what you're saying. You know, Twisted Blades would be viable on season 5. I think Twisting Blades would be good. Definition of viability just depends. Like, what do you call viable? Like an S tier build? Will it be S tier? Like, is A tier in your opinion viable? Is B tier viable? Because usually when we do our tier list on Maxroll, we, you know, basically anything B and above is viable, like in terms of being able to do all content. When you get into the C tier range is when you really start to struggle with a couple of weaknesses or whatever. But I mean, B tier we find viable. So technically speaking, in that case, Twisting Blades would be viable according to our standards. But I don't know what your standards are. A tier. It's hard to say right now with so many bugs right now in the PTR, but it wouldn't surprise me if Twisting Blades is like maybe low A. At the end of the day, but it's still way too early to tell. Anything where AoE is S tier and L type, pretty much. Yeah, I think Barrage is actually really good in like the new game mode because how much AoE it has. Barrage and Pin Shot. You have an opinion on Meteor? I haven't seen Meteor in the PTR yet, so no idea, honestly. No opinion at the moment. Okay, I think I've taken all the chests I kind of wanted to take. Except for the steel ones. Right, we can get out of Helltide then. Wasn't Flurry supposed going to be crazy too? Well, people kept saying that because of like the buffs or whatever, but like no one, I don't think people actually look at the actual numbers, and I don't think most people have played Flurry before those buffs, so I don't think people realize how far behind Flurry was to begin with. I've always said just based off the campfire that I think Flurry is going to be decent, but it's not going to hit the S tier mark. And people were just like, nah, yeah, it is. Yeah, well, did you not see it can teleport now? I'm like, yeah, I get that, right? So it becomes a super fast speed farmer. But like, if you're trying to mash in power with some of the other builds, then no, right? But it's in a better state though. Like it's better. Don't get me wrong, it's definitely better than what it was. But it didn't just jump from F+ tier to S tier that like people were, you know, hoping or you know, saying. I'm like, nah, it ain't that. It ain't there. But let's see some crazy rare arrows build with Aerostorm. Problem right now, Ryan, is that we can't get the tempers we need. Like farming for anything in PTR is like ridiculously hard. So like even if someone wants to make a build like that, it's gonna take them a couple of days, maybe 3 or 4 days to farm all that stuff just to get the tempers and just to get the whatchamacallits to be able to make something like that on PTR, which is just really not worth the time, especially if it doesn't pan out. You spent like over half of the PTR time frame trying to test one thing that didn't work out, because you can't use that gear for anything else. Like once you use that gear for that build, that's it. You have to go and find new gear for a different build. I hope you have the tempers for the other builds. It's just like testing a PTR right now is just really bad. So yeah, that's why you don't see people just randomly going, oh yeah, I'm gonna just do this and this and this and that. It's like, well, you kind of can't. There's just not enough time to do that, and the amount of time that it takes to do really anything is just really not worth your time. Okay, let me change some stuff here. Actually, we probably need to max out innervation now. So let's see. I don't really care about this, to be honest. So I should be able to max this and be fine, I think. Let's do one of these tier 7 things. Forgot I was in the party. Let me leave the party. Let's see. So yeah, we'll do a tier 7. If I find that too easy, we'll do the tier 8. How's a new totem? I don't have the sword yet, man. Sorry, the dagger. I don't have the dagger to test it. But from what I hear, it's broken. Like, it's bugged. Doing way more damage than it's supposed to. What do you see being top road build season 5? Obviously, early thoughts. Well, it's kind of hard to say because stuff it's not even about the PTR. Like the stuff in PTR is just stuff that's broken. So I don't know. I can't really give you an answer to that. I probably should have dodged that, right? No. Alright. Not gonna do that to me again. But honestly, I think if I had to give a guesstimate without people going and telling everyone's, docs, I said this or whatever, I think the builds are at the top right now in the current season will probably remain near the top for next season as well. That's probably the best prediction I can kind of give you. Because, I mean, if it's really about the numbers, then that's kind of what that shows. For everything. I ran out of potions. What? Alright, yeah, things are hitting hard for my 20k life that I got. Revives remaining 0. Okay, so I can't die anymore apparently. I have to actually try now. Right. Also forgot I don't have a shaker anymore, so I don't have that damage reduction or whatever, and also the Dark Shroud ranks. So I probably should have put rubies in my gear for sure. We'll do this one. Yeah, I got 20k life in this mode right now. Whoa, that hurt. Whatever that was. Can I get some potions? Almost poured it out. This is kind of fun. Like I'm actually in danger and I have to like look out from all corners. They're real skippy on the potions though. Okay, so I'll get my potions back when I do after I finish a wave. Okay. I'm cool with that, I guess. Ooh, plus 25% damage. They're gonna do that much more damage. Probably shouldn't have taken off siphoning strikes either. At least 1 point in the siphoning strike should have been fine. Oh, snakes. Holy. This is actually kind of fun, actually. Oh, got dumped on. So I feel like I'm not really getting any eighth. Is it aether, ether, whatever? Spawn aether lord on death. Oh, the massive things. Okay, I got you. Subborns grant one more. I guess we'll do this one. Whoa, that dot damage. No, I dodged right into it. I evaded right into it. I deserve that. I legit evaded right into that. All right, so now that I know how much these things hurt, we're gonna go. I'll probably end up putting rubies in my gear for that. Full emeralds and no siphoning strikes, truly to die. But I know, right?